Okay, so my name is Josh. I am writing as Sprouts in the Meat and Sprouts blog. I'm 28 years old right now. Meat and I, or Ashley and I, have been friends for, I know it's been over 6 years, but I want to say 8. So between 6 and 8 years, we've been friends. Actually, it's probably been longer than that. But as I stated in part of our bio, that we started this blog to kind of give us something to do together since we live far apart now. And, this is just our way to kind of communicate with each other, also through Skype, obviously. Um, I'm making this bio basically to kind of tell you guys some things that I would like to kind of focus on for this blog. Number one, obviously, I'm a vegetarian. I'm a lacto-ovo vegetarian currently, and I would like to show people that vegetarian dishes are not bland. They're not gross. Some people have this stigma attached to vegetarian dishes, like, ooh, it doesn't have any meat in it, so it's not going to taste good. But I always tell people that a lot of people don't actually like the flavor of the meat itself. We always season it, or we soak it in something, or we fry it in some type of oil to give it flavor. So the same thing happens when you have a tofu. It soaks up flavor. Now, I don't use tofu that much, but I mean, how many people can actually say they enjoy the flavor of just plain beef or just plain chicken with nothing on it? Chicken is a little bit, I guess, friendly because it can taste like anything from what people say. But beef, though, is not for everybody, and other types of meat. So that's one thing that I like to focus on, is trying to get across that vegetarian is not terrible. The second thing that I would like to try to focus on as well is low sodium. It's kind of a personal issue to me because high blood pressure runs in my family, as it does in many people's families. So, trying to do whatever I can do in order to lower the sodium content of the dishes that I make is something that I'd like to focus on. It doesn't mean, again, that it's going to taste bland or it's not going to taste right. You can always salt it to taste, but you don't need to have all of your items have sodium in them. So that's number two. I would also like to focus on. I mean, I don't need to tell anybody the status of the economy right now, but I'd like to focus on cooking on a budget, hopefully under $20 for the meals that I make. Because there's really no need to go out and buy all these extravagant items in order to make a vegetarian meal. You can shop at Walmart and still get moderately good quality items, and your dishes still taste great. So that's one other thing that I would like to focus on in this blog. And I would also like to focus on cooking with a little amount of items. I know that personally, I know when I cook, I don't really like to have to get, a quarter teaspoon of this and a quarter teaspoon of that. Something that, maybe costs a lot of money to buy. Like, you have to go to a specialty store to find truffle oil or something, and you only need like a dash of it. Um, I mean, obviously, you can find other uses for things like truffle oil or things that are a little bit more high priced, like saffron. But I am going to try to reduce the amount of items that you need to cook so that it can be more easy and simplistic. But also, it can be complex at the same time. So, a lot of the dishes that I cook, I would like to try to stay under 7 items, plus or minus oil, salt, the things that you normally put into a dish. So, I mean, that's kind of where I'm trying to go with this blog. I'm also trying to finish something that I start, because that's something else in my life that I guess I'm struggling with, trying to keep up with things. So hopefully we can show you all our personality through the way that we cook, and also maybe enlighten you to other ways of cooking from a vegetarian standpoint and from a meat eater standpoint. I wanted to say carnivore, but that sounds kind of, like a tiger. So anyways, so enjoy our blog because we will enjoy you guys.